This is an attack on the US Capitol that you have probably never heard of. So this happened in 1983. At the time, the US had invaded the island nation of Grenada and overthrew its socialist government. At the same time, the US was involved in peacekeeping operations in Lebanon, which was embroiled in a brutal civil war. Also at the time, remnants of the 70s era left-wing militant groups had begun carrying out a new wave of bombings, shootings, and bank robberies, mostly concentrated on the East Coast. One of these groups was known by several names, but if you've heard of this incident, you might know them as the May 19th Communist Organization. However, this wasn't entirely accurate as that group was an above-ground political organization. The group carrying out the bombings and robberies was a smaller, underground component. On November 7th, 1983, a bomb exploded on the second floor of the US Capitol building's Senate wing, about 4 hours after the Senate had adjourned. No one was hurt in the blast, but the explosion caused around $1 million in damages. The explosion damaged the offices of Robert C. Byrd, a senator in favor of the Grenada invasion, as well as the Republican cloakroom. 6 paintings, including one of Daniel Webster, were also significantly damaged. Several minutes prior to the bombing, a caller claiming to represent the Armed Resistance Unit warned of the impending explosion. After the blast, a tape-recorded message was mailed to NPR claiming responsibility for the bombing and explaining the reasoning behind it. The communique stated it was in retaliation for US involvement in Grenada and Lebanon and included a chilling warning for Congress. It read, quote, "We did not choose to kill any of them this time, but their lives are not sacred." The Armed Resistance Unit was a name used to claim responsibility for 2 prior bombings. After the Capitol attack, the group continued to operate, but under a different alias, using the name Red Guerrilla Resistance to claim responsibility for 4 more bombings. In May 1985, most of the group's members were arrested, ending its militant campaign. If you enjoyed this, follow for more stories of America's underground.